Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm taking you thrifting with me in Savannah, Georgia. My friends were here visiting and we decided to go on a quick road trip to spend a couple of days with my daughter in Savannah. And no trip is complete without some thrifting. One of my favorites was Old Savannah Thrift Store. You know when you walk into a space and get that feeling like you just want to stay there all day? This was it. The ambiance, the decor, the warmth of the people, and even the smell. They were diffusing essential oils that just made you feel so relaxed. Amongst all the cute things in this store, there was quite a selection of linens and things. I saw this and at first I thought it was a tapestry, but it was actually the texture of a rug or a carpet. The colors were vibrant and it looked like it was not even used at all. And looking at these took me back. I remember as children, whenever we got dressed for church or anything special, we had one of these well-pressed handkerchiefs. This was a room off to the side with some furniture and a couple decor pieces. There's my little one finding the most comfy spot in the store. Some of you may already recognize my daughter here. She is a fashion student at SCAD, and of course she had to give us a little bit of a fashion show before we went off to the next spot. Our next stop was Bull Street Estates and Consignment Store. They were getting ready to move to another location, so everything was 20% off. And my happy camper wasn't so happy at this point because this wasn't his idea of fun after all. If you love antiques and vintage items and you are in the Savannah area, definitely come to this store. You can spend hours just going through what's in here. Very nicely laid out. The prices were reasonable. I felt like everything spoke to me. I definitely will be back here on my next visit. The selection of art and frames were extensive and oh so beautiful. Look at this lady right here. So nicely done. Love the colors, love the frames. They were also beautiful. I sure wish I had the space for all of these. This antique photo album was dated back to the 1800s and quite a treat. A bit disappointing that so many pictures were missing, but it was indeed special to see the ones that were there. I know that photo albums are not something that people do these days, but I do have quite a bit from when my kids were born, and this makes me think about properly documenting the events and what those pictures represented, just so that the future generations can really have a sense of what they're looking at. Oh my goodness, and look at this room with all the beautiful pottery, very unique handmade and artisan pieces. And the rugs, guys, the rugs were beautiful, such high quality. I am so sorry I didn't get the prices on these rugs, but they were all so beautiful. I was completely mesmerized and didn't even get the prices. Sometimes being in a store like this can be so overwhelming. There is so much to see. I try to go slow and pay attention as much as I can, but if you guys see anything you think I may have missed, please let me know in the comments, and also let me know what items you would have picked up for sure. This alabaster lion was my favorite item. He wasn't in my budget, so I had to leave him behind, but I totally loved that piece. That brought us to the end of the first day. We decided to do some sightseeing, grab an early dinner, and call it a night. It's the next day and we're at Habitat for Humanity Restore. This store tends to have lots of home improvement items like lighting, things like sinks and faucets. If you're looking to do some renovations, this is a good one. This location had a wide selection of furniture as well. There were so many lamps that were worth picking up. Loved this antique wooden one here. It was definitely unique and really gorgeous. And this light fixture, trust me, I contemplated this for a while. I think it would not have fit into my space, but it was beautiful. I did end up getting this miniature light here. If you saw last week's video, you would remember I used it in my entryway. We did some more sightseeing before getting to our last thrift store of the trip. It was called Blessingdale's and they had the best prices. This huge painting was only $60 and great quality. Lots of picture frames and household items. Here's a vintage frame that was only 65 cents. Not a price tag I'm used to seeing at all back home. And I also picked up these wooden salad spoons for $2 each. Here's another antique lamp that was worth having, and I really liked these wall hangings here. I grabbed them thinking they were carved wood, but they were in fact plastic, so I left those. This trunk was a great deal at $20. There was a discount, I just can't remember what it was. But look at the brass hardware. This was a great find. If I had the space in my vehicle to bring this back, I would have taken it. What I didn't leave behind was this gorgeous brass peacock. He's about 16 inches wide from the front to the back, and he is a beauty.